again to ITNS Radio. I'm your host, as always, Sam Watkins, and today we have J-Star in the studio to talk about his music. How's it going, Jay?
All right, not too bad. Thank you, Sam, for having me. Good to be on here.
Yeah, well, thanks for being on the show. Tell us a little bit about yourself and your music to start off with.
Okay, as for my music and myself, it's the same, basically. I've had a passion for a long time of trying to at least try to keep peace in the world or whatever, any way I could, talk to people and all kinds of problems. And I realized, it was my mother's dream to do music. Me, I always just wanted to write horror movies. But I decided that maybe that was the best bet, was to try to push myself into the music career and after listening to today's music as it speaks and what they say in their words, I realized this is the best platform in the world to try to reach people, to try to make a better world. So in a lot of my songs, they address different issues, whether it's women's abuse, which is the song that I have out that's called Why, or even the Sunrise Again, which is a hidden thing that people turn a blind eye to, which is still hatred going on into the LGBT community, as well as racial issue, which is part of this situation, a song that's from whatever happened all throughout 2020 and a recent incident that happened here. It's called Weight of the World. There's quite a few things that I plan on touching bases with, including cancer and stuff like that. I just feel using a platform like this could help at least put a dent in the hate throughout this world. I like to end hate all completely, but something like that's pretty much almost virtually impossible. But at least if I can put a dent in it, I'm happy.
Well, if we keep working at it, I think we'll get there someday.
Someday.
We're close. Yeah, that would be great. What are some current projects that you're working on right now?
Well, the current project, like I said, is Weight of the Road, even though we pushed it real quick, just put a video out and everything else. But Weight of the Road is one of the projects I'm working on, and then there's a song that I'm working on called I Miss You, as well as a subject on a song that talks about being an entertainer. And that song's called No More Game. It's based on all the people within the performing world, mainly centers on some of the dancers, because of what people don't know about the hard work that goes behind the scene. They get a taste of it, but they don't realize how rough it really is as a singer, dancer, or even an actor, even you as a radio. Well, you're a singer, so you understand the tough work that goes behind the scene just to help entertain the world.
Yeah. Yeah, and it is definitely some work to do that. Tell us about your first time out, your first public performance. Tell us a little bit about that.
I was able to perform live at the Rex Theater in Pittsburgh. There's a venue there. And I was in with a few other people that was also performing under the same project. And they were all bands. And I was like the only solo singer. So I remember taking that stage, and first thing was fear, of course. And I was nervous. And when I looked out into the audience, because the lights are on you so bright, I'm like, wow. They look like silhouettes at first, except for the ones closest to the stage. And the nerves kind of got to me. When the music started, I was able to just basically not look into the crowd and try to focus in on my song as I sang it. But one of the songs I sang was Secret Dreams. I'm probably never going to record that again, but it was a pretty good song. But I did that song and still managed to screw up. By the time I got to the second verse, I found myself singing the third verse, and I realized these people don't know the words of this song, and I'm messing it up. So I did the third verse, and then the third verse I did the second verse just to get through the song. So, yeah, it just shows you the nerves that went through me.
Yeah. But at the same time, that must have been very exciting to get to play a place like the Rex. I mean, that's pretty good theater, I'm told.
Yeah, it was awesome. I mean, it was definitely fun, and you know, a lot of the bands there, they supported me heavily because they realized I was a solo artist, and they gave me some pointers, and it worked out well. By the time I finally did another show there, and then one at Smiling Moose, I was pretty much, you know, more relaxed now. We're walking up on that stage and dealing with the crowd out there.
Yeah.
So
Kind of cool.
Kind of get used to it. Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Right.
still get a little nerves, but you get better at what you're doing up there.
Yeah. I remember one of the first places I played was called Boomers in Austin, Texas, and I didn't find out until later that it was actually more of a rock joint. So I wasn't sure at the time, you know, what to play. So I just went with what I normally do, and they liked most of it. I don't know, because I'm more country than rock, so I guess, you know, but it worked out pretty well. So you do get nervous, though. You do get nerves the first time you play, I know. But I mean, after a while, it just becomes kind of natural to you. So I think I did pretty good, you know, later on myself. Now let's talk about this music that you have. How would you describe your style of music?
You know, different, but they labeled me a pop artist, then slashed on R&B on top of it. But I believe it is more of a pop, I guess, sound. I know it's not on the country side, which I do love country. That's the thing. But my favorite genre of music has always been alternative rock, but my voice ain't trained for singing stuff like that. So I guess you'll have to set him on a label of pop. It depending with song, like I said, the song Why, which is already out there, it's now been released. That one was to me, was a different style. I almost did not release that song at all, because that was the first time I tried a song under the tone, the way I sang it, and the approach I went about it. I was like, I thought, like, this is just so odd, so weird, and a bunch of people started listening to it, and they said, no, put this out there. So I gave it a test run, and I couldn't believe it started generating. I was like, well, I guess I'm going to release it then.
Yeah. That became a big hit for you. Yeah.
Huh?
And that
What's that?
became a big hit for you.
Well, I consider it my first single. I still didn't quite understand you because it was breaking up.
No, I said in Why that actually became a big hit for you.
Yeah, it actually did take off and started getting the attention, I guess. Like, hey, I wouldn't be here, I guess, if it wasn't for that song.
Yeah. All right. Let's play that now. This is Jay Star with Why, and we'll be right back on ITNS Radio.
said that you would change, because you said he would, and still he put you down in front of all of your friends. I see the pain inside, the bruises on your body, but yet to stay. Please tell me why. Now you got it so bad. He broke your wrist and he killed you. He finally had enough. You took his gun and you killed him. Now you're doing fine. You dream of once when you were a star. You were a beautiful model. Your life is over, but why?
Wow, that's a powerful song. Really.
Thanks. Yeah.
So most of the stuff that you do is like world events, then, or do you write other types of songs too?
I do have songs I was thinking about. I have on the table that I'm just going to do basically like, relationship old crap, just the basic stuff you hear.
Yeah.
And
right.
You got to keep the people happy with something other than trying to, address issues, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I mean, a lot of these things need to be addressed, so it's good that you're doing that. It is, like you said, it's different, and sometimes different can be a good thing, especially when it's bringing awareness to certain topics. This next song that we're going to play, tell us a little bit about that song, the Sun Will Rise Again. Tell me about that song a little bit.
Okay, well, that song, actually, I was writing, I will never forget, when I was writing this song, I knew I wanted to make a sad song, kind of, either about, at the time I was thinking about a real friend of mine, but I was like, make it either about a best friend passing away or a girl you love passing away. There's a part where I do a rap part in there. Before I could even do the rap part, I got there and I was stuck because I still didn't know who I was writing about. And I was talking to somebody who I knew was an up-and-coming dancer who hit me up, and generally talking, he was asking me about, like, what kind of issues am I going to be doing in my songs, and everything else. Well, bottom line, it came down to the point where he said, you ever going to address, like, the hate that goes on in the gay community? And I was like, well, yeah. I said, you know what, that's not a bad idea. And then something flashed in my head. And right then and there, I told him, I said, you know what, let me get back to you. I think I just figured out how I'm going to finish my song. And everything just flowed from there. I realized, you know what, he turned me on to something that I never even thought about, which a lot of us don't. I mean, we don't think about I mean, whether we accept them or not, because I do accept the entire community, I don't have a problem with them, but we don't think about the problems that still goes on for real. It's actually happening, and I did research and discovered that in 5 states that they have schools that teachers, and they have a no promo homo law, and teachers are not allowed to teach about it or talk about it to the students. And when a kid gets beat up for being so, the school administration makes another excuse for it. It's just that, well, they either started it themselves and got themselves, they will not address the fact that they were beat up because of their sexuality. And so I was like, that's crazy. So I was like, yeah, we are blind to something here, and that's what that's about. Basically addressing that and trying to make people awareness on that area too, because I know we have a lot of homophobics out in the world, and just like racism, it's the same thing to me. It's the same situation. Okay, making somebody that's not what you want them to be. It's like, you can't change somebody else's kid's life. You know?
No.
That's, you know,
and they're kids.
They are, right, yeah. And it's like, that's ridiculous.
What are you gonna you can't really discriminate when it comes to kids, and you know, and you shouldn't discriminate when it comes to anybody, but especially not kids. And that's just insane. You know, that they let that happen.
Yes, it's all over. That's basically what that one's about. And so that's how that came about.
All right, here's Daystar again, and the sun will rise again, and we'll be right back once again. beautiful, beautiful song. The sun will rise again, and I hope the sun is rising for everybody for a very long time.
Thank you.
So, tell me a little more about what goes into the songs that you write, where you get a lot of your inspiration from.
Literally from the passion of my heart, to realize what's going on. I try to really, like I said, I got a passion and heart to begin with. I believe people take advantage of it a lot of times, but I believe in giving and trying to help somebody out when it does come down to it. It's just, I just can't see why we live in a world like this. So, yeah, a lot of it is all passionate, literally believe from my heart, and put what I believe in my words and put it out there in lyrics and sing it, just bring it out. I know that song's not going to be released out until, I think the date was May 28th, is when that song's going to be released.
Okay.
It's got a scheduled date and everything, so it's on Spotify for pre-order right now.
So get to hear it here for the first time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah,
awesome.
Yeah, this is the first time it's hit the airwaves, so people got a chance to actually hear it. So it's like, it will be. Yeah, so at least, like I said, it is scheduled for release, so it'll be out soon.
Cool.
I'm kind of excited about that one.
All right. So tell me a little bit more about. Let's go a little bit more in depth. Tell me a little bit about some of the you have musical influences.
Well, a lot of my influences, like I said, my mother always. When I was a child, she had me on the church choir a lot, and had a lot of little lead parts and stuff like that with the church choirs. I grew a little bit into it, but her inspiration was always for me to do music. I had other ideals as a kid growing up. My ideal was that I was into horror films heavy, and I just like, I want to be starring in a horror film, or I want to write about horror films, Cool. That was my inspiration. Cool.
And you mentioned, of course, you did mention John Lennon as well.
Yeah, John Lennon.
Said that his song "Imagine" sums up everything you believe in. Is that true?
Oh, you know what? Yes, totally. I love that song to death. That song, I have to say, helped inspire me for exactly how life should be. And it's just like, why can't it be that way? It seems like such a peaceful song, and I just believe in a lot of what he said in the song, and I believe in the way, from what I read about his life, seemed to be the right way. He wasn't. He's very humble and a laid-back type of person who only wanted peace, and that's exactly the way I see life. I would love to see life like that. We could walk down the street, smile, and say hello to each other, and nobody gets nervous, and all that stuff. It's just be a pleasant world. But I mean, it's a tough act to go after, but that's what I would love to see.
Yeah, I think a lot of us and be able to actually walk down the street safely,
right,
and say hi to other people.
Exactly, right.
Sometimes
no more.
Not that easy.
No, it's not. You got too many idiots who want to they're looking to get ahead, rob somebody, and you just don't know.
Yeah.
The trust issues has become something you just can't trust a lot of people anymore because they're hidden agendas, and most of it's pretty evil. I'm a man who believes in God.
That is true. All right, well, we got one more song we're going to play, Way to the World. Tell me about that song.
Yeah, well, that song would be the title track. Like I said, I was already working on it anyway, and because it has a lot to do with a lot of the situations of 2020 and years before, and particularly the George's incident over there in Indianapolis, when as you know, that trial's still going on, right? Well, it's in the jury's hand. But when it happened again, it spurred me to try to work the song through. And my voice was pretty much shot when I was recording it, and it took many takes trying to get my voice anywhere near close to just to get it done so we can hurry up and post a video to try to send a message to bring it and try to put an end to all this. So yeah, that track was, wow, the editing was forever. So we did the best we could, and of course I'll be going back into re-recording it because it is the song, title track of the album from the songs you just heard prior. It's going to be on that album, and I want to get that out and release real soon as well, but I want to make sure I do it. What you'll probably hear, you'll hear where the voice is hurting, but it was a very important song to send out. So I had to push it and hurry up to get this out there after what just happened recently in Minneapolis. Because I don't want no violence. I just want it to be known. That's all. And I figured this is the best time to hurry up and send it out there.
Yeah. Most definitely. I listened to it a few times.
Right.
And
so it describes
that's a great message.
Right. Thank you. Yeah, it describes everything of how I feel, I guess.
All right. Here is J Star and Weight of the World, and we'll be back to wrap things up after this.
All right.
Even though we face the difficulties of today and tomorrow, I still have a dream. Yes. It is a dream deeply rooted in the American dream. I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal.
Another black life lost at the hands of police.
Listen up!
definitely says everything right there. Way to the
Oh,
world.
yeah.
Yeah.
So for it just wraps up everything I feel like we all need to unite the whole end in this hate. That's just ridiculous what we got going on, and all the wrongdoings that needs to be corrected.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. So where can we find your music at currently?
My music's definitely out there on Spotify, and you can pretty much find it even on, I have a YouTube channel. It's pretty small, starting to grow a little bit, where the videos I made for those songs are actually on there. My Instagram, which is easy, it's under Just Music 2012. That's my Instagram. That's pretty much that's the biggest growing site I have right now. And Spotify under J-Star, which there's probably quite a few. I realize that. But I'll have a yellow picture with two hands holding a big sign that says hope. Like a glass, it's like, looks like a glass spelled out with hope, each letter has its own piece. It's
cool.
That's the Spotify channel. They can type in probably any of those songs, well, except for Way to the World, of course. But I guess they type under Y, the song Y, and by J.Star, they should be able to find my Spotify that way. Same way with YouTube, same way it's done there. Just type in Y by J.Star, and it will find my YouTube channel. Where else? Pretty much on every Facebook, of course. Pretty much anywhere on social media, even TikTok. I don't really see much on it, but I'm there too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
But Instagram's awesome. It's like Instagram's where I get caught up on a lot of people, since it's grown so big. I get a lot of messages there, and I make it a point to try to answer every single buddy, and answer all my comments because I believe it's only right. And there are times you have people, when I get back to them in a message, sometimes it could be a couple hours later or a day later, but I definitely try to make sure I reply to everybody. I don't like to leave nothing out there. I hate that.
That's good.
And it's just my goal to communicate with the basis of the people that support you. I have trouble calling them fans. I just call them supporters. Call them supporters because they're the ones that's supporting me to try to grow and be their voice, I hope, in songs to continue to, weld this world together.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So what are some of your plans for the rest of the year?
Well, I know, I can tell you, when I was talking about the indie network thing, Indie Network Radio is going to actually, well, you're the first to play it, so it beat indie music, but they're promoting the song Summarize Again, and it's supposed to be on their satellite TV and satellite radio channels this Saturday. I'll be posting, they're doing all the the promotional thing for me, and so all I have to do is just post it. It's already posted once to let everybody know about Saturday. It's going to be out. The next thing that they're giving me to post will be the time and everything.
Awesome.
And so I'll be posting that up soon. As soon as I get it, everybody else gets it. So I don't have a time or whatever for Saturday. But it'll be, all I know is it's Saturday. And
right.
They're going to be promoting that.
This Saturday.
Yeah, this Saturday. So they'll be promoting the song in the Summarize Again. So we'll see how all that goes. I'm been a couple
we'll
people
check
very
that out.
con. Thanks. I'll definitely you I can message and tell you. But
all right.
Yeah, sure. I know I've got hit by a couple people, maybe to do a live show soon, but we're working on details of those. Right now, it's just waiting for more contacts to get back on stage. That Corona thing really put a dent in everything.
Yeah. Yeah, it really did.
No.
But I think we're getting back to civilization pretty soon, though. So hopefully.
Yeah, it looks good right now. I mean, I'm happy for it. Funny thing that I missed out was a festival. I was supposed to do a heritage festival somewhere in Pennsylvania, but they can't meet the requirements because they don't have enough time to do everything that they need to do. So they end up canceling this year's festival, which they do this festival every year, and they were a little hurt about it. So I was like, wow, was booked for that. But
maybe next year.
Next year. Well, they did tell me, they'd like to have me come there next year, and when they get everything the way that they're required to do. But hopefully by next year we won't have all this crazy restrictions, and it'll all be over.
Yeah.
We will have life back to normal. Yeah.
Hopefully.
Like
Here's to hope.
Exactly. I still tend to keep forgetting every time I walk into a store to hurry up and throw my mask on. You know, it's like, oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Right.
It's like, oh man, can't we just end this? But it's just.
Well, Jay Star, it's been really great talking to you today, and I love what you're doing with these songs. It's bringing so much awareness on subjects that most people probably don't even want to talk about or hear about.
Yeah.
But it's good that you're putting that out there, and I commend you for that. And I thank you for talking to us today. And do you have anything you'd like to add before we go? Any shout outs or anything?
Oh yeah, I don't know how many people in Pittsburgh's area over toward the south side, I guess, of Pittsburgh. I want to give a shout out to a Primo Pizza Shop. It's in Mount Oliver, and they did tell me it was okay if I mentioned that anybody that calls there to order a pizza or whatever, they mention Jay Starr's name, they can get a 10% discount on their food. So I was like, yeah, sure.
Awesome.
That would be it. So and so there you go. If you want to get pizza or something, 10% off, call Primo's Pizza in Mount Oliver and mention my name. You'll get your 10%.
Huh? That's cool, man.
Yeah,
I have to tell my son about that. I think he's moving to Pittsburgh.
Oh, yeah. Tell him it's a bipolar weather here, okay? It goes straight from summer to winter. From winter, we finally get spring, but then spring turns into fall, and then back to spring, and back to fall before you see summer.
Wow.
Yeah, it's very
That's
bipolar.
Insane.
No, it's very bipolar. It'll be 70 degrees one day and back into 40s the next. It's like, are you kidding me? Yeah, winter doesn't like to leave here too easy.
I thought Texas weather was crazy.
Oh, I'm from Houston, and I love Houston.
Yeah.
I want to go home so bad, and it's retarded up here.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Houston's
All
my
right,
home.
well,
That's where I want to get back to.
Yeah. All right, well, we're going to get on out of here, but thank you again, Jay Star, for everything today, and I look forward to hearing much more from you in the future. And you stay blessed, stay safe, and come back and talk to us again anytime.
Oh, definitely. All right, thank you, Sam. And y'all have a good time over there and stay out of trouble over there. All right.
I sure will.
All right, thank you, guys. Have a good one.
All right,
Bye.
you too. Bye. All right, and that's going to do it for our show for today. I want to remind you once again that the show is being archived at blogtalkradio.com/ITNS Radio, home of ITNS Radio, and yours truly, Sam Watkins, can also be heard on ITNS Radio 24/7 live, located at Spreaker.com/ITNS Radio, and can also be heard on ITNS Radio YouTube, as well as iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple iTunes, Deezer, and many other great platforms, including Podcast Addict, the #1 podcast app for Android. Once again, I want to thank you so much for joining us. Be sure to support Jay Star and everything that he does, and all of his music, and be sure to support all of our ITNS Radio VIP artists, including Jay Star, by visiting www.itnsradio.com, and in the artist roster section, now in regions. Yes, that's right. And check out their music. And if you are interested, if you are an artist, singer, songwriter, artist, band of any genre of music, please send your music. Send your music to me at sam@itnsradio.com, and I will make sure that you get mucho airplay. That's right. And it's gratis. So, and for those of you who don't know Spanish, that means mucho means a lot, and gratis means free. So there you go. All right, I'm going to take us out here with an encore presentation of Jay Starr's hit single "Why." And once again, thank you for joining us. Be sure to come back and see us anytime here on ITNS Radio.
Still